Welcome to the RV industry update for December. We're going to talk about shipments, sales, the used market, the local inventory, interest rates, the local job postings, recalls, and the ban on motorhomes in California. So let's get started. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to start out. The California Air Resources Board has banned motorhomes that run on with diesel motors. This is effective January of 2026. That includes the Newmar Dutch Stars will no longer be able to be sold in California as new. Pushers with the 6.7 Cummins no longer sold, and the most popular motorhome in America and in California will not be able to be sold. The two major chassis builders, Spartan and Freightliner, have indicated that they will not, I repeat, will not be able to ship chassis to the state of California to be in compliance with the CARB, California Air Resource Board mandate. 5 other states have signed on to that: Oregon, Washington, New York, New Jersey, and Massachusetts. And they've all agreed to the same standards. It does appear that Oregon has pushed back the date for their implementation of the restrictions for diesel pushers in California. Wow, what a big hit to the motorhome industry. Think about that. 12% of the states will not be able to sell diesel motorhomes. The RV industry is already in a slump, and you take away 12% of the states that can't sell them, it's going to hurt. This could be the beginning of the end for a few manufacturers of the big diesel pushers. The bean counters may get together and say, hey, why do this? Let's focus on travel trailers, on pull trailers. It may make more economic sense for them to focus on fifth wheels, high-end coaches, and just let that motorhome market go, let somebody else fight the battle. Anyway, it'll be interesting to see what goes on. We also, speaking of dealers, we have some dealer consolidation going on. Lazy Days has sold 7 of their dealers to Camping World. Lazy Days is doing everything they can to stay in business, and I think this is just the first sign as we see dealers having financial difficulty in this downturn of the RV industry. And Lazy Days, we're going to have to hang around till the spring and see if they're still around. I kind of have mixed emotions. I hope they are for the consumer's point of view, but they're having tough financial times right now due to a cash crunch. And also, Forest River has shut down one of the manufacturing plants in California, claiming the high cost and slow sales. So we just got another bit of bad news for this industry right now. As manufacturers continue to build and ship RV units to the dealers, travel trailers continue to carry the industry. With the lower price of travel trailers, it allows more consumers to buy a pull trailer for a price, economical reasons, and the monthly payment, or just something they're more comfortable with in their lifestyle. While fifth wheel shipments are up, they're mainly in the $80,000 and less price point. The high-end fifth wheels are not being sold. So just keep an eye out for that in the coming future. May see more lower priced fifth wheels on the showroom floors than the super luxurious models. Motorhomes shipments are in extreme decline. The California ban is not helping anything out right now. And again, motorhome shipments are in extreme decline. And with the California ban and the other states also banning motorhomes, I think we may see this diesel pusher market really shrink. And who knows, as I said earlier, we may see some consolidation and some people dropping the motorhome production. The corporate bean counters may find that it's cheaper just to not make them anymore than try and fight the battle with the states. So we may see some manufacturers or brands going away. The corporate company won't go away, but I think we may see some diesel pushers be in the history books and not be available anymore. Sales are down over 9% in the industry as compared to 2023. Year-to-date sales are down over 10%. We have over 29,000 less units sold this year than we did last year. That's over a 10% decline. 319,000 units shipped in 2023, and right now we're at 289,000. That's a decrease of over 29,000 units. People aren't just buying RVs like they did years ago. I think the election jitters, I think the interest rates, and the overall economy has a big impact on the RV sales, and that's why we're seeing a decline in the sales. The used market, on the used market at the auction house, average values of motorhomes and towables continue their decline as we saw last month. This is the second consecutive month that we have seen declines in the price at the auctions. Motorhome prices are down 3.4% at the auctions. This includes Class A, B, and C. Towables are down 1.6%, which would include travel trailers and fifth wheels. In the used market, the J.D. Powers quarterly report shows fifth wheel sales are up 0.2%, travel trailer sales are down 3.6%, Class A are up 1.7%, and Class C are down 2.8%. I think we'll continue to see this used market fluctuate, but overall the trend is a downward trend for the used market. Again, we're going into the slow time of the year. Coaches just are not selling right now, and if the interest rates come around, maybe we'll have a little bit of luck and we'll have a good spring. As far as interest rates go, the lowest one I was able to find was 6.94%. Again, that depends on your credit rating, the amount of money you're putting down, the appraisal of the RV, and the length of the term. Local markets. I hate to sound like a broken record, but RV lots locally are packed. There's very little foot traffic at the dealers. I know that the weather's getting bad and people don't want to go out and shop, but I'm telling you what, you can hardly find a salesperson to wait on you, and the morale at the stores is low. There's nothing good. There's nothing exciting about going in and looking at RVs right now. I think the industry is going through a depression. I think the local dealers are finding that they're not selling very many, and they just don't want to wait on you. And as far as the local inventory goes, as I pulled them, I found 11 units that are 2023s, 274 that are 2024s, and 548 that are 2025s. And you can see from the graph that the units are still shipping to the dealers, and the dealers are holding on a lot of inventory and a lot of 2025s. And believe me, if you can buy 2024 for $10,000 or $15,000 less than a 25, I know what you're going to be buying. And the 2023s, I would stay away from them as far as I could. I would not buy a 2-year-old RV that's been sitting on the lot. As far as job posting goes, I found 21 job postings, and the longest one had been available for 13 months. It's kind of interesting that the one company has the majority of the job postings for our area, and I just have the sneaking suspicion that they're just posting those job recs out there just to make the other dealers think that they're hiring and that times are good. But in reality, they're not hiring. They're the same one. They're one that has a job posting out there for 13 months, and it's not a highly critical or highly skilled job position that's open. Here we go again, Grand Design. Over 30,000 recalls for the second time for the same issue. It's that LP quick gas disconnect fitting. Mine was tested and it was okay. Now I'm going to have to get it replaced. So now they've looked at it once, said it was okay. Now a couple years later they're coming around saying, no, it's not okay, we have to replace it. Why can't they just fix it right the first time? And overall, on the recalls, I just don't think they're doing a very good job at the factories. Overall, I think the quality is pretty poor. And the post-delivery inspection, the PDIs, just aren't looking good for the industry. Too many things slip by out of the factory, and they slip by the dealers. When you get your RV, you need to go over it, and you need to inspect everything. In fact, if my advice is, if you can afford it, I would hire an inspector, even on a brand new one. If they would just engineer, build, and inspect them correctly, everyone would save money: the consumer, the dealer, and the manufacturer. Come on, guys, let's get it together. Overall, the industry is still struggling. I'm not seeing foot traffic at the dealers. I see prices just are dropping, especially on the used market. I see new units on the market that are. I saw one that was over 55% discounted. That's just incredible. But I do think we are coming into the winter time, and unfortunately, the dealers are going to keep getting more and more inventory put on the lots from the manufacturers. I don't see that as a good sign. I think when spring rolls around, I think sales will increase, and some of this excess inventory will be pushed out the door. And I think you can find some great deals on 2024s come spring. And I think 2025s, they need to get their act together, and they need to build what people want, like fifth wheelers that aren't luxurious, that are a more reasonable price. Get it under the 80 grand, 60, 70, $80,000. I think that's going to be the sweet spot for fifth wheels. Okay, I think that'll wrap it up. I appreciate you watching this. Give me a thumbs up if you would, and subscribe if you like what you see. I'm trying to gather more information on these monthly updates, industry updates, and I'm making a little bit of progress. Hopefully it's better. Hopefully it makes a little bit more sense. Again, until we meet around the campfire, y'all take care now. Bye-bye.